Look at that view. You know, like that little deer viewing me right now. Look at the little head sticking up. Hey, bud. I see you. Perfect. I cleared a spot in the big goat pen to put a shed, like a shelter for him. And then we used a bobcat and we drilled holes where the posts are gonna go for it, because we got that brand new auger, which is awesome. Problem is now we need water down there so that we can mix with the concrete, make concrete. So I'm gonna try to daisy chain 3 hoses, and Brandon's bringing another hose today, and hopefully we can make it all the way down the hill to the goat pen from the house. And I'm still not sure that I'll have enough. So this is the best I got. Dang it. I tunneled through the woods heading to the goat pen down there just to find out that this hose is not round and I can't connect it. And with his hose, we make it all the way down to where we need to be pouring concrete. We'll turn it on now. These are 3 of the worst hoses you've ever seen. Super crimped. Let's see if we have water at the bottom now. There's our concrete, and we have water at the goat pen. So we're just gonna build like a 10 by 20 little goat shed here, metal building, and I'll put wood on the inside later. I flattened out this area right here, and then with the auger, we got these holes dug for the posts. I also, with my bucket, scooped a little trench around the whole thing because this is kind of a hill, and I was just like, a big rain, I don't want water just washing right through the building. So there's a drainage trench all around to pull water off the pad. A lot of people said don't put it close to the fence. It's like 12 feet off that fence, so people were saying goats would get on top of it, jump over. So that's where the edge of the building will be. Fence is all the way over there. We are good. Okay, I am going to leave Brandon to this. Today, all they're doing is they're going to fill these holes with concrete. Nothing super exciting happening out here. This hill, I just wanted y'all to see the before, what it looks like. I have to go now because Willie and Steven are coming over to try to figure out what went wrong with our 12 valve Barracuda. They should be here really quick, but first, you guys have been asking me about an update on the cletus grass. I don't know why you guys care about this, but we're gonna look at it. I haven't even looked at it in a while. Uh-oh. Oh no, it's still good. So this is it right here. You can see it is a little dormant, but it's got some little shoots coming off of it. There it is. It's still alive. Okay, I'll give you guys a better update. It looks like it's just now coming back from the winter. So I'll give you a better update in another few weeks when it actually looks good. Listen, I'll be honest, I haven't been taking care of this. First time I've seen this grass in months. I do actually need you though. Come with me. Perfect. I loaded this bad girl up on the trailer and haven't started it since. Got me a little scared. Last time, for those who didn't see, we had a bit of a runaway situation where this thing just went to full throttle as I was driving it and wouldn't turn off full throttle. And we have a fuel shutoff, a manual fuel shutoff that I pulled to cut off fuel. Sometimes though, diesels can run on their own oil. So that doesn't always work. Luckily it worked because ours was just running on fuel. So something is wrong with this big P-pump. It could just be the throttle got stuck open, but I came in here and throttle is working as it should. It is not sticky. I don't think that got stuck. So there's also this is all mechanical, not computer controlled at all, which is kind of the allure of 12 valves. It's kind of what makes them so cool. But it can do things like that kind of easily when it's turned up like this. This is a hot rodded tractor engine basically. And it took off on me, gave me all of its horses and scared me. So something on the inside is wide open and just dumping all the fuel. Willie and Steven are here.
What up?
Pulling off our P-pump.
Yep.
What do you think's wrong?
I think the rack hung.
Yeah.
I really do. I think so. I think.
I don't know what that means either, just so y'all know.
Yeah. So basically, imagine like a ruler, if you will. I'm going to use these sockets as a reference. So like this pump has 6 individual lines. There's 6 plungers, and there's a camshaft down on the inside of the pump. And as the gear turns on the front, it spins over, and the lobes come around, and they lift each individual cylinder in the firing order until they make enough pressure to overcome the delivery valve spring, and then they pop the injector. It's how the injection system's done. It's all mechanical.
Yeah, there's no wires going up there.
No wires at all. And what happens usually when one of them sticks and runs away is the rack hangs or a plunger hangs. And it's typically because like the pump overheated, like not enough lubricity, not enough fuel pressure or fuel volume. And we don't have a data logger, so we don't know what happened. We don't know if we lost fuel pressure. We don't know if we've got junk in the pump or if it just overheated or what the case is. So we didn't expect it to happen on a 12 mil pump, even though this is a pretty hot rodded pump. This is like a 600 cc 12 millimeter pump. So there's plenty of fuel there, and we've got it choked down quite a bit because Matt's driving it on the street and it's already kind of hard to drive. It's got a lot of turbo, dude.
It's got a lot of 80 millimeter over here.
Yeah, and even the 64 on the manifold is a lot of turbo for a 12 valve. And, you know, we've kind of, this project is one of those deals where you try to pick a direction and go with it, but it really hadn't, you know, been done before. So you're trying to kind of balance everything out. And I feel like it's just a learning curve trying to make a mechanical motor drive.
That's what I was going to say, is this was a learning experience for me. I mean, Willie tried to talk me out of a 12 valve for what I was telling him I wanted to do, and I said no. I was like, I want a 12 valve and I want to make it happen, make a lot of power and make it fun to drive. And he's like, well, 12 valve, power, and streetable. Willie said you can only have 2 of those things.
That's right.
You can't have all 3. And
you know, dude,
we tried.
If you run big turbos, and the guys that know mechanical stuff and know diesel stuff know that dialing in a 12 valve is difficult. We've done a lot of tuning and stuff that wasn't recorded on camera, which is all minute adjustments with the fuel plate and the AFC and springs and delivery valves and injectors and timing and all that stuff. It's hard to film it all and it not just like be super boring. Yeah, but believe me, there's 10 hours of trying to dial this pump back to get the smoke out of it, to get it to still spool. Talked about changing converter stall and different gears. We put 410s in it with 39s because we wanted to drive it on the highway and
talked
load
about
the engine.
Different turbos.
We talked about different turbos, and it's all expensive and it all takes a long time to do. So we've tried to kind of find a spot where all those things can coexist, and it's really, really hard to do. So we had said originally that we should put a 6.7 Cummins in it, and I think that
you were right.
Okay.
All right. I mean, I'll say it. Like, whatever.
That's rare. That's rare. I'll take that. I need to like screenshot that and like put a moving picture on the wall where Matt's like, "You were right. You were right.
Yeah,
you were right."
Just to pump you up every day.
Yeah, exactly.
I also know that a 6.7 Cummins is a really, really good platform. I think stock bore, we could pick a used motor that's got good compression, put some 625 studs in it, a fresh head, a T4 manifold with a single 68 on it, and you know, somewhere in that area, and this thing is going to be way more fun to drive. It's going to sound really, really good. A few valve train things and you'll be out there spinning 4,000, 4,500 RPM, making some noise, basically
doing all the things you wanted to do.
1/10 of the smoke.
Yeah.
Much, you know, just easier on the driver, and I think that's going to be a lot more enjoyable for you, Matt. And this thing's going to rip hard.
Yeah.
So we have this beautiful 12 valve that we put a lot of custom time, parts, love into.
Oh yeah.
And I think we're going to rip it out.
We are. We're going to find a purpose for this thing.
Yeah, I mean, she needs to go in something, but I think the Barracuda is done with the 12 valve.
I think it's a good choice.
We're going
man.
6.7 Cummins.
I think that's the way to
Yeah.
roll. And we'll put a really clean standalone harness, try to hide the computer, make it look as tractor as possible, and holler at the guys at King Speed to get us some fancy dress
Yeah,
up stuff.
get her dressed
holler
up
at our
again.
guys.
God, this thing looks so good though.
I think this car is going to be really, really cool. We might even be able to put a hood on it.
Whoa, whoa.
Yeah.
You're getting crazy now. Looks like a tiny motor.
Dude, it basically...
That is so crazy looking. That's just to get fuel into the engine. all mechanically.
This is the right fitting. Or this is the right tool for this. Trust me.
There's literally a smaller one, like, well, here's what, a little bit smaller, but we have a tool that'll fit that, Willie. So that's supposed to be moving?
Yeah, this rack should move. I think it's completely froze up in there, so yeah, there's zero movement happening. Basically, when you rack the throttle forward, that thing should move. It should take up what slack it can.
So that thing was holding all of them open?
Yeah, and it should be sticking out like, I thought it might be sticking all the way out the front side, so I'm not exactly sure. He's probably gonna tell us that it got overheated because it didn't have enough fuel. That's what my guess is that there wasn't enough fuel passing through it, or just the lubricity of what we had wasn't enough. Maybe
wasn't cutting it.
Additive or something.
And then we'll find a 6.7 liter and throw her in there. Willie, do y'all remember when y'all used to have a YouTube channel?
Yeah, man, those are the days.
Those are good times.
Man, we've been working on a project for a while, and we're not exactly ready to say what it was just yet, but we've been missing hanging out with Matt and everybody for that matter.
So you're coming back now.
Did you mention Dino?
Dino?
Oh, I thought I heard Dino, sorry.
No, I said y'all used to have a YouTube channel. Those were good times.
Yeah, we still got it. We're working on it, man. We're working on it, dude.
Well,
we're working on it.
Appreciate you guys coming out, and we got a lot of work to do on this thing, so.
We do. And speaking of dyno, though, we talked about that. Didn't we talk about dyno, Matt?
Yeah, a while back.
We did.
Y'all doing it?
We need to.
I mean, I think we should.
Yeah.
What do y'all think?
You know,
we should get a dyno and dyno everything that Matt has?
Yeah, you know it'd be cool to know what this thing will do, and that ranch tang, and dude, lowrider, we have the engine coming back soon. It's gonna be spicy.
Dude, okay.
We had to pull it out.
All right,
So I'm gonna sell a kid. I've got two. I'm gonna get rid of one.
Perfect.
And then that'll recover at least part.
One of your kids, I don't really like him anyway, so that's fine.
Either.
I want to make them rock, paper, scissors when we get home.
Yeah, make the kids figure out which one they're getting rid of. That'd be hard.
This is a great idea. Those guys are awesome. I am currently driving Earl. Earl is my 2012 Ram 2500. It has a 6.7 liter Cummins turbo diesel. This one's mostly stock. We've done a little bit of tuning. We've done head studs, a few other parts that don't really affect horsepower, but it's a mostly stock 6.7 liter. And this is just such an easy truck to drive. And that's what I really want the Cuda to be. So we're taking out the 12 valve eventually. I think that's what I need to do. I just need to bite the bullet, put a 6.7 liter. You'll be able to get more horsepower and it will be more streetable. It's the right move. All right, we're heading up to the goat pen right now. Done, concrete in the holes, so we wait for that to dry, and then we start building a goat barn. Question for you guys about goats. How old do goats need to be before they're coyote proof? How big do they need to be? And are goats ever coyote proof? Because we do have some coyotes out here, not many, but I've heard them, like we've lived out here for a year. I've heard them once or twice maybe. Like they're not common, but they are here, and which means they will eventually find your animals. So do goats ever get big enough where a coyote's like, I don't want to mess with that? Like we got one male and two female. Full grown, is that male boar goat going to be able to scare away a coyote? And if not, do I need to get a donkey or a llama or a Great Pyrenees to hang out with them? I don't really want to get a llama or a donkey. I don't want to listen to a donkey because my neighbors have donkeys. They're loud. I really don't want a donkey near my house. These goats are loud enough. You can actually barely hear them. Anyway, what do you guys think? If I put goats out here without protection, will coyote come kill them? Because my kids would be very sad. Anyway, let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching this episode. We have big things coming with the goat shed, and that is not what the countdown is for. It's about 1 million times bigger than the goat shed. Thank you guys for watching. I love you, and I'll see you next time.
Oh.
Hey, what camera is that? Number...
Shut up! Don't tell Mayor.